everyone? Kid Kadem. Kadem Games. This is The Last of Us recap because of Mushooms, you get it? So The Last of Us brings us into the gaming world's version of the Dark Mushroom Kingdom. I got pumped up when I heard HBO was taking on one of my favorite gaming franchises of the last decade. It's HBO, and if anyone can do a project of that scale correctly, it's HP freaking O. So as more information started to pile in, the infection of hope for a great show started to grow inside of me. They announced that Game of Thrones All-Stars, Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, they're going to lead the way as Joel and Ellie. And the excitement, it spread to my fingertips, so I had to start writing about it. So as each episode drops, I'll write about them, I'll post videos. So if you need to watch the show and don't want to get any spoilers, this is your official stop reading. Watch me drink for a second and go away. All right, you're still here, so let's get lost in the darkness and look for the light together. The Last of Us starts with a tone-setting talk show interview from 1968. Showrunner Craig Mazin does a brilliant job of melding the real world of the pandemic we've all been living in with the fantasy of The Last of Us. Mazin and his team did a fantastic job with HBO's Chernobyl, and that same dark wit was on full display in this 3-minute opening interview segment that was a banger. It sets the show's tone, explains the not-so-fun guy problem, and prepares the audience for what promises to be one hell of a ride. Christopher Heiderhall plays buttoned-up Dr. Sean Heiss, warning the world about a possible viral pandemic. Sounds familiar. Josh Brenner, who I remember as Big Head in Silicon Valley, plays the talk show host, and the leading man in this scene is Dr. Newman. Where do I know this snarky, smoking epidemiologist from? If you're me, your brain leads you to IMDb and says, ah, yeah, he's the comic relief in the Mummy movies. So Dr. Newman tells the world what no one wants to hear in a fed up, fuck it, you're gonna die anyway kind of tone. And in this 3-minute interview, he shares his theory on cordyceps fungi, or sax fungi, and what'll happen when it takes over human minds instead of ant minds. This isn't a problem because humans got them hot bodies, temperature-wise that is, and fungi can't thrive in them. But with the help of global warming, Dr. Newman so brilliantly and hopelessly ends his rant with, we lose. The last time an opening scene caught me like this was Jeff Daniels' America Sucks speech from the newsroom. The difference here is these characters have had almost zero chance of ever showing up in this show again, yet are integral to everything the show will do moving forward. Now, the brilliant part is the interview is basically a game tutorial without telling you that's what it is. All right, so remember when games came with those little booklets that had the lore of the adventure you were about to lose yourself in? There's usually a map, character bios, controls, and sometimes even tips inside of them. All right, when I watched the first 3 minutes of this show, that's what I felt like I was getting. We learned how we got to our starting point, where we're potentially going, and the tone that we should prepare for. 3 minutes, and you are now ready for the world of The Last of Us, whether you love the game or not.